Officially, the National Capital Territory of Delhi is a city and a Union Territory of India containing New Delhi, the capital of India. Situated on both sides of the Yamuna River, but primarily to the west or beyond its right bank, Delhi shares borders with the state of Uttar Pradesh to the east and with the state of Haryana in the remaining directions. Delhi became a Union Territory on November 1, 1956 and was designated as the NCT in 1995. The NCT covers an area of 1,484 square kilometers or 573 square miles. According to the 2011 census, Delhi's city proper population was over 11 million, while the NCT's population was about 16.8 million. In December 1911, King George V of Britain decreed that the capital of British India would be moved from Calcutta, now Kolkata, to Delhi. Construction began in 1912 at a site about 3 miles 5 kilometers south of the Delhi city center, and the new capital was formally dedicated in 1931. The straight and diagonal pattern of the broad tree-lined avenues in New Delhi, with extensive green spaces and wide vistas, contrasts sharply with the crowded, narrow, and winding streets characteristic of old Delhi. The main east-west axis of New Delhi is Central Vista Park, which is flanked by government buildings, museums, and research centers in a park-like setting. The city is governed by the appointed New Delhi Municipal Council. Chaotic and colorful, New Delhi is full on sensory overload. The Old Delhi neighborhood is a tangle where people, cows, and rickshaws all share the road. So, without further ado, let me share with you the top tourist attractions in Delhi. Let's start with India Gate. India Gate is an important site to visit when on your tour to Delhi. India Gate has its original name as All India War Memorial that was built in order to commemorate the 82,000 soldiers of the Indian Army who lost their lives during the First World War, happened from 1914 to 1921, as well as in the Third Anglo-Afghan War. The war memorial is situated at Rajpath, where you can reach by getting down at Baram Kamba Road Metro Station in Delhi. India Gate Parade, or the Republic Day Parade, is the most ceremonious and prestigious event happening in front of India Gate every year. On January 26th each year, India commemorates the day it became a republic with an esteemed presence of many nationals as well as dignified guests from other countries. Qutub Minar is a minaret or a victory tower located in Qutub Complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Delhi's Mehrauli area, with a height of 72.5 meters, 238 feet. Qutub Minar is the second tallest monument of Delhi. Its construction was started in 1192 by Qutb ud-Din Aibak, founder of Delhi Sultanate, after he defeated the last Hindu ruler of Delhi. He constructed the basement, after which the construction was taken over by his son-in-law and successor Iltutmish, who constructed 3 additional stories. The 4th and 5th stories were built by Firuz Shah Tughlaq. Alai Darwaza, it is the main gateway from the southern side of the Quwat ul Islam Mosque, built by the second Alauddin Khilji in 1311 AD. It is an important structure of Delhi. It has domes decorated with red sandstone and white marbles.
Wow! Very good. It's really good. Wow. Very nice.
architecture is so amazing. One of a kind. Wow. See, that's the reason why I went to India. Why I come to India. To see the Indians. To see the Indians. And to see this Qutub Minar. Wow, there's a lot of look at this architecture. It's really amazing. If you will see it in your own eyes, then you will marvel. You will marvel. The Iron Pillar is one of the many mysterious monuments of wonder present in Delhi. Located within the Qutub Minar complex in Mehrauli area of New Delhi, the Iron Pillar has been posing as one of the foremost metallurgic curiosities of the world due to its prowess to not exhibit a speck of rust despite of being thousands of years old. Made with 98% wrought iron and withstanding over 1,600 years of withering, the pillar still stands sturdy and resists corrosion. However, a few studies in the recent times suggest that the incorrigible nature of the monument is due to a thin layer of crystalline iron hydrogen phosphate hydrate forming on the high phosphorus content iron, which serves to protect it from the effects of the humid climate and weather conditions. Swaminarayan Akshardham Temple, an epitome of Indian culture, spirituality, and architecture. Akshardham Temple is a famous Hindu temple and a spiritual cultural complex, also known as Swaminarayan Akshardham. It is dedicated to Lord Swaminarayan. Akshardham has made its way to the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's largest comprehensive Hindu temple. The Akshardham Temple is known for its stunning architecture. It has 8 ostentatiously carved mandapams, while timeless Hindu teachings and flamboyant devotional traditions find their place on the temple's walls. The centerpiece, that is Lord Swaminarayan's Murti, along with that of 20,000 deities, significant personalities in Indian history, and sages showcase the essence of Indian architecture, traditions, and timeless spiritual thoughts. Facts and Figures, opened 6th of November 2005, constructed by Bokashwansi Shri Akshar Purushottam Swaminarayan Sanshya, BAPS, inspired by Yogij Maharaj, 1892-1971 CE, created by His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj. More than 300 million volunteer hours went into making the complex. Over 8,000 volunteers from across the world participated in building it. Mandir built from intricately carved sandstones and marbles. Exhibitions on Hinduism, including Bhagwan Swaminarayan's life and teachings such as prayer, compassion, and non-violence. And open gardens, water bodies, and stepwell-styled courtyard. The temple has strict guidelines against carrying certain items, including bags, cameras, mobile phones, and electronic devices inside the temple premises. Visitors are generally required to deposit these items at designed cloakrooms before entering. Photography and videography in the temple complex is typically not allowed. Visitors should respect this policy and refrain from using cameras or mobile phones for photography or recording. The next is Humayun Tomb. Humayun Tomb is the final resting place of the Mughal Emperor Humayun. Located in the Nizamuddin East area of Delhi, it is the first garden tomb in the Indian subcontinent. This splendid piece of architecture was commissioned for construction by Humayun's chief consort, Empress Bega Begum, in the year 1569 to 70 and is one of the very few structures that used red sandstones on such a massive scale at that time. The design of Humayun's tomb is a typical Mughal architecture with Persian influences and was conceptualized by Persian architect Mirak Mirza Ghiyat. Owing to its magnificent design and illustrious history, Humayun's tomb was featured in UNESCO's World Heritage List in the year 1993. The architecture genius of Humayun's tomb is hard to miss. This magnificent tomb sits in the middle of a huge ornate Mughal garden, and its beauty is only enhanced during the winter months. Situated on the banks of the river Yamuna, this mausoleum is also home to the remains of many other Mughals, including his wives, son, and descendants of the late Emperor Shah Jahan, as well as the numerous other subsequent Mughals. The tomb of Humayun, second Mughal Emperor of India, was built by his widow Biga Begum in 1569 to 70, 14 years after his death, at a cost of 1.5 million rupees. The architect was Mirak Mirza Ghiyat, was later used for the burial of various members of the ruling family and contains some 150 graves. It has aptly been described as the necropolis of the Mughal dynasty. The tomb itself is the center of the large garden laid out in charba, with pools joined by channels. The main entrance is on the south side, and there is no other entrance on the west side. A pavilion and a bath are located in the center of the eastern and northern walls, respectively. The mausoleum itself is on a high, wide terraced platform with small arched cells along the sides. Wow, beautiful. There's a door. So before, it's closed. They're closing. Next is Lotus Temple, located in the national capital of New Delhi. The Lotus Temple is an edifice dedicated to the Baha'i faith. The magnificent structure of this building unfolds in the forms of a stupendous white petal lotus and is one of the most visited establishments in the world. The design of this shrine was conceptualized by Canadian architect Fariborj Sabah and was completed in the year 1886. This temple seeks to propagate the oneness of the Almighty and is open to all regardless of their nationality, religion, race, or gender. The Lotus Temple is one of the 7 Baha'i houses of worship present around the world. As you enter the complex of the temple, you encounter an enchanting entrance gate, beautiful floral gardens, and scintillating pools. The pathway leading up to the temple doors is lined with lush green shrubs, and a feeling of tranquility adorns the atmosphere despite the bubbling crowd. Once inside, the mesmerizing architecture will lull you into an introspective silence. You can read and chant religious texts of any faith, and musical renditions of religious texts can be sung without any inhibitions in the temple complex. The Baha'i Lotus Temple is without doubt one of the most visited places in the capital, not just for its marvelous architecture, but also to experience a new way of meditation in a completely different, blissful ambience. Definitely, there's a lot of things to see in New Delhi. So I'm going to chop it every video one tourist attraction because I know that you guys don't like long videos. So see you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you for watching and hope you will like and subscribe to my channel.